Listen, so we have a Thanksgiving Day game coming up against a North Division rival, Chicago Bears. Tony, what do you say to a team coming off of a kind of a lackluster win today? They got the job done. 4 days later, you're going to have to play the Chicago Bears, who are coming off of a overtime loss to the Vikings. What do you say to a team like the Lions, and how do you prepare them in just 4 days to take on this interdivision rival, Chicago Bears?
At the end of the day, both teams got to show up and play the game. They both play Sunday games. Mm-hmm. So we both understand that there is no advantage in either way. If there is something that you want to look at and say, okay, well, this team should be in a better situation, first, the Lions are playing at home, which helps because you can't ever, go against the fact that you got a chance to play at home. The other thing is the Bears played a very physical, tough, competitive game against Minnesota, a conference and division foe, and it's going to be hard to come back from that. Mm-hmm. The other thing is Detroit could be a little bit lackluster, and, they got a chance to get a win. They didn't play great doing it, and now they get playing Chicago. You got another team who's not great, but they're your division and they're your conference foe, so you got to prepare accordingly. Be careful, Detroit, okay? Be very careful because you can't take this game for granted. At the same time, Chicago may be in a bad spot because they just, they may be a little physically wore down because they just played a very tough game today.
Mm-hmm. This is the 85th Thanksgiving Day game for the Detroit Lions. They're 37-43-2 all time. This is the 19th game they will play against the Bears. The Bears hold a 10-8 series lead all time. Last year, the Lions split last season against the Chicago Bears. Corey, what do you feel like going into this Thanksgiving Day game against the Bears?
To me, I think the Bears – I think the Lions will beat the Bears Thursday because – today, this game for the Bears today was they needed this. I think this is the game here that says to them that they're thinking, we've done all we can do. I don't think they go in with this. Had they won, I think it would have been a different ball game. I think the Lions are going to beat them by 2 touchdowns. I like Chicago's defense. I like their quarterback still. I don't like their coaching staff. But this game today that they played against the Packers, I think it took too much out of them. Had they won, it would have been a little different mindset, I think, going into the Thursday game. Hey, we can still make a little bit of noise here. But I think today's game puts them in a situation where they're thinking, ho hum. I'm not saying anybody's going to go out there and quit, but I do think it's going to be difficult to get up Thursday for this game after knowing that they had a chance to
back-to-back.
Back to back and do a little shuffling.
They just lost another game the week before. Too.
Exactly.
Chicago did. Game they should have won.
Yeah, it's game, and then you're coming against this Lions team who's rolling. It's at home Thanksgiving tradition. It doesn't look good for the Bears. I think they lose by 2 touchdowns.
Well, speaking of the Thanksgiving Day game, we are going to have a special presentation for you. It won't be right after the Lions' hopefully victory on Thanksgiving Day, but we'll have a special presentation. We're all going to be across the country. Where are you going to be at, Tony? Are you going to be local, or are you traveling?
I'm local.
Okay,
I'm local.
I know I'm going to be in Seattle, Washington.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And Corey, are you going to be local too? So we're going to be all over the place, but we'll have a very special Roar Live for you coming up after the Detroit Lions' hopefully victory over the Bears.